Yes, sir. Okay.
Good morning, all. I'm V. Sellu Sharmila, Faculty Department of Mathematics. On behalf of Department of Mathematics, Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, it's my immense pleasure to cordially welcome you all for the third day at our FTP on Emerging Trends in Application of Mathematics, sponsored by AICT and hosted by Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering. In the first session, we have Dr. Mangera to give a talk on scientific research paper writing, ethics, and publication opportunities. It's my honor to introduce the speaker of the session, Professor Mangera. Professor Mangera received his PhD degree, major in mathematics and minor in computer science from G.B. Pant University of Agriculture and Technology. He is currently working as a research professor at Graphic Era deemed to be University, Dehradun, India. He is also a visiting professor at the Peter the Great, St. Petersburg Polytechnic University, St. Petersburg, Russia. Professor Mangera is the editor-in-chief of International Journal of Mathematical Engineering and Management Sciences, Journal of Reliability and Statistical Studies, Journal of Graphic Era University, series editor of 6 book series with Elsevier, CRC Press A Taylor series, Taylor's and Francis Group, and much more. He has published 250 plus publications in reputed journals. Also, he has authored and edited 51 books with international publishers like Elsevier, Springer, Nature, CRC Press, a Taylor and Francis Group, River Publishers, and much more. His fields of researches are reliability theory and applied mathematics. Dr. Mangera is a senior member of IEEE, Senior Life Member of Operation Research Society of India, Society of Reliability Engineering, Quality and Operation Management in India, Indian Society of Industrial and Applied Mathematics. He has been awarded with Young Scientist Award by Uttarakhand State Council for Science and Technology, Dehradun in 2009. He has been awarded with Best Faculty Award in 2011, Research Excellence Award in 2015, Outstanding Research Award in 2018 for his significant contributions in academic and research at Graphic Era deemed to be University, Dehradun. Recently, he has been awarded with Excellence in Research of the Year 2021 by Honorable Chief Minister, Uttarakhand State, India. With this warm note, I welcome Dr. Mange Kumar Over to you, sir.
Many thanks, madam, for your wonderful introduction. And I'm thankful to all the organizers for inviting me in this FDP, Emerging Trends in Application of Mathematics. My special thanks to Radha Gupta madam and Professor N.K. Gita madam, who are dealing with me last 2 or 3 weeks. Thank you very much, madam.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Hearty welcome to our institution, sir. Thank you for joining us.
You are most welcome, madam. And basically, my talks in especially basics on the research articles and applications and impact factor. I will try my best to give the more information which we face in during the publication time. We submit the paper to the journal. Actually, right now, in all over the India, in all over the globe, we are facing such type of problem. Actually, everyone want to publish the good papers, and they have the good papers also, but they are unable to polish their papers, and also how to follow the guidelines and what is the minimum requirement to make a average paper to also a good one. So my today's talk will be focused on all these points. I am again thankful to the organizer. Madam, if you permit me, can I start my talk?
Of course, sir. Over to you. Looking forward to listen to you.
Thank you.
Please start. Yeah.
Here I have to close my camera. Actually, I am reading this big screen I have
Yeah.
here.
No problem, sir. Yeah.
Oh. So today's talk we will discuss about the scientific research paper, writing ethics, publication opportunities. So as Madam already told about me, Mangeram from Graphikira Deemed University here, Dehradun. I have done my PhD in mathematics or minor in computer science from G.V. Pant University of Agriculture Technology in the year of 2008. So today's talk we will discuss about these topics: publishing choices, choice and audience, paper structure, ethics, where to publish, open access, impact factor, and what is the next step. So for a researcher point of view, or you can say simply, if when you have a you have completed your paper, then where you have to publish. These are the main questions. So right now or nowadays we can say one have the 3 type of choices: journal publication, conference publication, and book chapters. So in journal publications, you have to complete your study fully, not only partially, or general requirement a good article actually. So a journal article is fully developed presentation of your work and its finding, original research, result presented, clear conclusion are made and supported by the data. Generally, a conference article can be written while research is going on, and you can present introductory results or highlight of recent work, gain the information, feedback to use in your research. For example, if we can say this, if you are running a project and you have some preliminary results or preliminary work, then you can present your work in a conference, and then you can get the feedback from the experts. So in the through conference you can get good expert advice, then you can enhance your research article and you can go with journal publication also. This is the best example for a conference article. So conference articles are typically shorter than the journal article with less details and fewer references. You can go with the references like this IEEE conferences or many other conferences where we have to publish the proceedings then you can go with only 3 or 4 pages research articles, or simply you can say the 15 or 2000 word to or 3000 words in the conference papers. But if you are going to the general publication, then you have to at least 4000, more than 4 or 5000 words. But it depends on the journal to journal and publisher to publisher. And if we can say about the book chapter allow more space for reflection on bigger ideas than journal article, and more investigative in the approach to the topic. In the journal article, in the book chapter, right now we have so many book series in all around the globe, and many with the good publishers like Elsewhere, Springer, Taylor Francis, or you can say CRC Press, or many others, Walter de Gutters. So the series is already indexed in the Scopus database also, or many times they will index after the publications. So one can go with book chapters also. But book chapter, in book chapter, you have to give some introduction, some basic introduction, and then go with the step by step. And a book chapter have more than 7,000 or 8,000 words also. Many times we have received so many chapters in our books, they are around 10 to 15,000 words. So these are the main publishing choices: journal publication, conference publication, and book chapters. I request to the audience, if they have any question, they can ask in between me during this presentation also. If they have the question, or write down their questions and ask after the presentations. Because if you ask some question, then I will give more answers and discussion, where we can discuss in the later on. So who will the audience of this your research article? When you have written the question paper, these are the basic 2 questions when we are ready with the for going to publications. Are you writing these research papers for a namesake of writing a paper, or do you want to show the how others can be benefit from the from your work? These are the 2 basic questions. Right now, generally the first question is generally arise in the many institutions, especially right now as a scenario has becomes to write at least 2 to 3 papers in every year in Scopus Index journal, in SCA journals. The fundamental research is less in respect to the number of papers. So you have to think about this. Are you writing this research article for the namesake only? That means you have to say to your colleagues that this year I have published 5 papers, 4 papers, or 6 papers, or 10 papers. Or do you want to show how do other can benefit from your work? So in general, the first question arises when your job in risk, like especially in private colleges or private universities, or I mean say to the for the promotions we require to the minimum number of articles. There is no other way to say that we have to benefit to the others. So you can think about this. Why are you writing a paper? This is totally your choice. So what the editors and reviewers are looking for? When you have completed your article and you are going to submit the journal to the journal, in this talk we will discuss about the journal only. So what editors and reviewers are looking for? Editors means the team of the editorial board who are reviewing evaluating your work, and reviewer means where you have to go, you are going to submit the papers, and the editor will assign to the next person who will also give some comments or suggestions on your research article. These are the reviewers. So what editors and reviewers are looking for in your research papers? That means content that is suitable in scope and level, clearly written, original material, and address the new and important problem, They are also seeing that extension of previous published work. You have applied the valid methods, illustration, tables, graphs that support the text, references that are current and related to the subject. Actually, these are the main questions in the mind of editors. If you are going to submit a paper to a journal. Now, how does the review process work? So when you submit a paper, then editor-in-chief gets the paper after it goes through the content match check through anti-plagiarism software like Turnitin and Authenticate. So when you submit a paper, then every journal will check your paper for the plagiarism or for similarity index. In this talk, we are discussing about the standard journals like Springer's, Elsewhere, Taylor Francis, or a good journal. If the paper is in the scope of the journal, then it assigned to an editor or associate editor. After submission your paper in a journal, then the editor-chief will assign your paper to a editor, or you can say simply associate editor. Then after that, this associate editor will assign your paper 3 to 4 or more than 3 reviewers who will review your article. Then reviewers send their comments back to the editors. And after that, editor or associate editor make a recommendation to the editor-in-chief. They can accept, they can revise and resubmit, or they can reject also. So after that, the EIC editor-in-chief make the final decision. And
Sir,
inform
sorry
the-
to interrupt you, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, your screen, it is in the first slide, itself, sir.
I am only first slide.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's in the first slide only.
Okay, where is the problem?
Yes, sir. It's now fine.
Now it is right, ma'am?
Yes, sir. It's fine, sir.
I am slide on slide 3.
Yes, sir. It's in the third slide.
Can you see the fourth one?
No, sir. It is in today's talk.
Okay, so where is the
Today's
problem
talk topic
actually?
covered.
Let me share again.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying, madam, actually.
Okay, sir.
This one is the first slide.
Yes, sir. We are able to see the first slide, sir.
And I think I have to scroll this time. You can see 2,
Yeah, yes, sir. I can see it. Sir.
3,
Yeah.
I think there is problem for sharing the full screen actually.
Yes, sir. Actually, you can go to slideshow and do it.
Again, the same problem is exist actually. No?
So then you can do
Can,
it itself, sir. You can just click and share the screens.
can you see the fourth one?
It is in today's talk, sir. Third slide.
Okay. Mm. Anyway, let me without slides. So let me share again. What is the problem? I don't know able to understand.
Sir, or else you can share the PPT to us, sir. We will share the screen, sir.
Can I am sharing the screen actually.
Yes, sir. If you are not able to follow the presentation, you can share the presentation with us. We will share it and scroll it for you, sir.
When this option actually.
Yes, sir. Now we are able to see, sir, choices.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, sir.
So I again repeat these the topics. So I request to the participant, please switch off, turn off your cameras actually. I am unable to see my text here. They can ask the question anytime, but please turn off your cameras. So this talk we will discuss publication choices, choice and audience, paper structure, ethics, where to publish, open access, impact factor, and next step. Madam, can you see my fourth one?
Yes, sir. We are able to see, sir.
Now I have removed my second screen actually. Right now, I am on fourth one. This is the choice. Then next in publishing choice, you can see publishing choice.
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Now journal, conference, book.
Yes, sir. That's also visible, sir. Publishing choices is visible.
Madam Gita.
Yes, sir. Publishing choices is visible, sir.
Okay. Okay, then fine. So as I already talked about this, journal publications, conference publication, book chapters. One have the 3 type of choices. Journal article is fully or comprehensively written, and the conference article are shorter than the journal article, and book chapter is written in detail. So can you see this basic questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think it is fine now. Please let me know whenever you unable to see my PPTs.
Sure, sir.
So these are the 2 main questions. When you are going to write a research paper, so are you writing this research paper for a namesake only, or do you want to show how others can benefit? So always see these 2 questions before writing research papers. So what editors and reviewers are looking for? Madam, this slide is visible to you?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay. So when you submit a paper to the journal, then the editors and reviewers are looking for um, the content of your article and what they want from their side, the content that is suitable in the scope of the level of the journal. The article is clearly written, original material, and addresses the new and big problem or important problem. You can extend the previously published work. They are also interested to the extend the work published by the previous authors, and you have applied the valid methods, illustrations, tables, and graphs that support to the text, and references that are current and related to the subject. These are the some main points which are looking for these editors and reviewers when they received your paper. So how does the review process work? When you have to submit a paper to a journal, then it goes to the editor-in-chief, and after it goes through the content match check through the anti-plagiarism software like Turnitin and Authenticate. Generally, we have to check the similarity, and generally the similarity should be below than 20% or 15%. Many journals accept after 10%. If the paper in the scope of the journal, it is assigned to an editor or associate editor who are working with the editor-in-chief. Then associate editor assign the paper 3 or more reviewers. They can assign at least 3 reviewers, 4 reviewers, 5 reviewers, 6 reviewers, or up to 10 reviewers. But there is no such limit. They can also review. They can also assign only 3 reviewers too. Then reviewers send their comments to the back to the editors or associate editor. Then associate editor make a recommendation to EIC. The article should be accept, revise or resubmit, or reject. Then final decision made by the editor-in-chief and informed to the corresponding author. Corresponding author is the author who have submitted the article to the journal. So here you can see in rare case we have to receive the first decision accept. Generally in the first submission we receive revise or resubmit or rejection if article not suitable for the publication. So these are the main question why editors and reviewers reject the research papers. Madam, this slide is visible to you.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Now I think it is working good.
Yeah, it's working, Fancy.
Fine. So why the editors and reviewers reject your research paper? The content is not good fit for the publication. The paper you have submitted to the journal is not fit for the publication. There are serious scientific faults like unsatisfying results or incorrect clarification or fake research, means copy and paste to the others work or already published work. Paper is very poorly written and it does not address a big enough problem or advance of scientific field. The work was previously published. The quality is not good enough for the journal, or reviewer have misunderstood the article. The last point, reviewers have misunderstood the article, is very, very rare case. But in the last, these 6 to 7 points are very, very important. And these are the main reasons why the editors and reviewers have rejected an article before the publication or send back to you. If anyone have the question, they can unmute yourself and they can ask anytime. Now we have the element of a manuscript. What should be included in a standard manuscript? You are doing a research in mathematics, physics, chemistry, engineering, computer science, electrical, electronics, civil engineering. So in every field, Every manuscript have the title, abstract, keyword, introduction, methodology, result discussion, findings, conclusion, and references. So title should be an effective title, should be answer the reader's question. Is this article related to me? Also grab the reader's attention. Describe the content of a paper using the fewest possible words. It should be crisp, concise, use the keywords, avoid the jargons. It means when you are preparing the title of your article, then it should be like that. When someone is reading your paper after the publication, then it gives the directly message that this article is related to my research. Article should be not so much lengthy. It should be concise or crisp, and you have to use one or two or three keywords in your title, and avoid the jargon. Avoid the jargon means you have to do not use such type of words. Those are unable to understand by the readers. So here I have to see you some good article versus good title versus bad title. These are the good title versus bad title. Both titles are same in the meaning, but green one I title is the good title, and red one is the bad title. Here we have exploding multipath analysis of a computer numerical control machining system. Again, the bad title is performance evaluation analysis of a CNC machine with the help of reliability approach and under various failure. Both title are the same research paper, but first one is good one and second one is exploring more. And other example is like a human expert based approach for electrical peak demand management. Also, it can be written as a better approach of electrical peak demand management based on a study of different method of electric load forecasting. So here you have to concentrate your title also of your article. In general, a title should be in between 80 character to 90 character. But there is no such hard and fast tool for the research publications or journals. But in general, thesis title or journal paper title or conference title or book chapter title should be in between 80 characters to 90 characters. Now, next part of the title, we have the abstract. What be the abstract? Abstract should be a standalone, the condensed part of your article. Not more than 250 words, and uses the keywords. So, in the abstract of your article, it should be around 200 words or 250 words, and you have to use the keywords in your abstract. So here I have made the 4 questions. So you have to answer these 4 questions in the abstract of your research article. Like what you did, why you did, and also how the research were useful, important, and move the field forward, and why they are useful and important, move the field forward. So when you are preparing a research article and preparing an abstract of your article, you have to answer these questions in the abstract of your research article, because title, author's name, and abstract on keywords are available on the journal website only, where we have to publish the non-open access journals. So if someone want to read your paper, then they have to go with the abstract of your article. So you have to answer these 4 questions. Here I have shown the good abstract versus bad abstract. Both abstract are same for the same article, but you can see in the below abstract here we explain, next we describe, we comment. So here you have to avoid such type of words, we, they, their, them, you, like this. Abstract should be clearly written and avoid this type of mistakes. And as I told previously in this slide, you have to answer these 4 questions. So that the reader can understand your article about only from the abstract. Now after title, abstract, then you have the keywords. Obviously, after the title, author name should be there. But after abstract, you have the keywords. Used in the title and abstract for enhanced search engine optimization, SEO. So again, you have to answer these 4 points in your keywords. Your keywords should be logical. Your keywords should be specific. Your keyword should be searchable, and your keyword should be applicable on the research. You have to answer these 4 points or 4 questions. Actually, you know, but when we are going to search a research article in Elsewhere or Springer or Taylor Francis, we have to write only the keywords of our research. For example, I am a person of this reliability theory area. Then I have to search the article reliability optimization. Then I have to write reliability optimization. If also as my keywords is mean time to failure, I have to write the in search box mean time to failure. Then all the research article where the keyword use mean time to failure, they will be appear. They are available for me. So keyword is play a very important role in the search engine optimization. Now, after the title, abstract, and keyword, you have the introduction. Introduction section, a description of the problem you searched. It should move the step by step through these as the 4 points. Generally known information about the topic, previous studies, historical context to your research, your hypothesis, and an overview of the result, and then after the and how the research article is organized. So in introduction section, generally first 2 or 3 paragraph are 1 or 2 paragraph are for motivation. Then we have to discuss about this person have done this work, this person done have this work, this person done this work in these years. Then you have to show why your research is needed in this field. This is your hypothesis and an overview over your result. Then in the last section, you have to told about that in this section, the section 1 is the introduction, section 2 is research methodology, section 3 is result discuss, 4 is result discussion, section 5 is conclusion, and in the last section we have the given references like that. So introduction should be specific, not too broad or vague, about 2 pages and written in the present tense. As editor-in-chief of many journals, like working here in 2 or 3 journals, we receive number of papers in the journals, and see that after seeing that papers, we have observed that many researchers give the introduction section 3, 4, 5 pages, but main research is only 2 or 3 pages. Also, they have given a huge number of references, like 50 references, 60 references. Based on the references, they have prepared their introduction section, but research is very, very poor. So it should be very, very specific, not more than 2 pages, and written in the present tense. Do not cite such type of papers which are not related to your research area to increase the introduction section. Only use related references. Now further, after the introduction, you have the methodology, problem formulation and process used to solve the problem, prove or disprove the hypothesis. Use illustration to clarify ideas and support conclusions. This is actually some standard rules. Use the tables, present representative data, or when exact values are important to show figures, quickly show the ideas, conclusion that would be required detailed explanation. And also you have to show the graphs, show the relationship between data points or trend in data. Actually, it is depend on the research area also. If you are going to pure mathematics or pure science area, many times there is no figure, no table, no graph. So it is depend to the area, research area wise. It is not necessary every paper have the graph, every paper have the figures, and every paper have the tables. Then we have the research discussion. You have seen about this title, abstract, keywords, introduction, research methodology. After the result methodology, we have the result. You have the some also calculation, numerical example in between that. But before the this conclusion section, we have the result discussion. So demonstrate that you have solved the problem or made the significant advances. In result section, summarize the data, should be clear and concise. Use figure or table with narrative to illustrate the findings. The tables and figure you have prepared with the numerical examples or numerical for examples, you have to show. You have to...
చెప్పండి అడిగారా
Hello.
చెప్పండి అడిగారు నన్ను ఏమన్నా నన్ను అడిగారా అన్నా ఇప్పుడు
Sir Ravindra sir, please mute yourself.
So next one we have the discussion. Interprets the results. Why your research offer a new solution? How can it benefit to other researchers or professionals? Answer these questions in your discussion. After that, you have the conclusion section before the reference. Explain what the research have achieved as it relates to the problem stated in the introduction section. In the introduction section, you have told that we are going to go this research. So here also this will be mapped in the conclusion section. Revisit the key points in each section and include a summary of main findings and implication for the field. Also, you have to provide the benefit and shortcoming of your research, the solution you presented in your research paper, and your research and methodology. And also, you have to suggest the future areas of research so that researchers can extend your work in future or extend your work in their research work. Next section and last section, you have the references. Support and validate the hypothesis of your research. You have to use only specific that are very, 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 very much related to your research areas or your research paper. Do not use the other areas research references in your research article. There is no limit of the number of references also, but if you are going to a journal publication, you have to use about 30 to 40, maximum 30 to 40 references in for a journal publication point of view. Also, when you are writing the references, you have to ensure proper author attribution. That means references should be complete. Author name, article title, publication name, publisher, year published, volume and page number. And also, if possible, you have to write the DOI. Many times, many journals have no DOI. Then there is no need to write the DOI. But you have to write the page number, issue number, and volume number in your references. As we received number of papers in journals, then author have only write the title. There is no other things about what is the journal name, what is the volume number. Many times they have to volume number, they are missing the issue number. Many times they have written the volume number, issue number, they are missing the page numbers. And more in many times they have to write the volume number, issue number, first page number, they are missing the ending page number. So when you prepare your research article, you have to seriously check all these things. Nowadays, this is very, very important to ethics, follow the ethics of the publications. Generally, as I know, these type of misconduct we face: conflict of interest, author attribution, plagiarism, and author contributions. So conflict of interest, you always write in acknowledgement a financial and other relationship with the publication at odds with the unbiased representation of the data or analysis. If you have taken any data from any other sources, then you have to mention in the acknowledgement section that this data is and this support is taken by this institute or this organization. Also, plagiarism is also a big problem nowadays. Copying another person's work word to word or paraphrasing without proper citation. So you have to aware this plagiarism or similarity policy about these publisher policies. So how much you can take, and if you have taken someone idea, then you have to cite properly. We have taken this article or this, you have to cite in your reference section, also in the introduction or where you have used this idea. And author attribution must be given if you have used another author's idea. I have already talked about this. You clearly mention that you have used another author's idea in your research work. Even you do not directly quote a source. So, but I request everyone, when you have to extend any other published work, you have to mention that you are extending the person of that already published. Also, author contributions include any or all who have made the significant intellectual contribution to the work. Do not include minor contributors. So many times we have seen this problem also. Author is work only by one or two professors or for researchers, and you have to include to give the gift authorship to others. You have to include 3 or 4 more authors, but they do not know about the research article. So avoid these type of things. If many times if paper is written by 3 or 4 person, if one person is left the institute, then they will remove the name of that person also the research article. Later on, after the publication, they will contact the journal and they say, my name is also there. So this type of things should be avoided. So plagiarism is right now a very big problem, but avoid the plagiarism. Cite and separate any verbatim copied material, but how much? So it is depend on the publisher policies. Publisher policies like that. If you go with IEEE publisher, they allow to you 30% similarity, but not more than 1% from a single source. Also, the same policy is applied by the Walter de Gruyter publisher Germany. They are allowed to 30% similarity, but not more than 1% from a single source. Also, if you go with the Springer or elsewhere, they have the different similarity policy there. They allow only 10%, 15%, 20%, and not more than 2% from a single source. So this is depend on your supervisor and depend on the publisher policies, how much you can use. Paraphrase others' text properly and include the citation. If you are using to others' ideas or others' work, then you have to give the proper citation to the that paper also. Already told this, credit any idea from other sources and familiarize yourself with the publisher policy. It is very, very important. You have to know the publisher policies. What is the publisher policies? What they want, how much similarity they allow to submit. If you go this inter science publishers, they allow only 10% or 15%. And many times they reject article without checking the plagiarism also. So again, this ethical publishing continue. Duplication, redundancy, multiple submission. Duplication means you have used the same work which was previously published in other journal, and you have publishing again with the name, your name. Also redundancy, you have made the one or two one paper, and if this one paper is break into 3 or 4 parts, and they have made the 3 or 4 papers. This is called redundancies. Also multiple submission, you have the same article, you have to submit the same article in many places for the publication point. So it is not also a good practice. So has note appeared elsewhere for publication, it is not under review with other journal or conference. Cite previous work, indicate how it differ from the previously published work. Author must also inform to the editor when submitting any previously published work. But last question is not applicable, not followed by the authors. If they are using others' work, they will know, they will never tell to the editors. So where to publish? In general, we have the 3 types of publication choices: open access journals, traditional journals, hybrid journals. In open access journal, author pay the charges, and this is available free to download to anyone without any fee. This type of journal is called open access journal. Like MDPI or other publisher are available for open access journals. Traditional journals is like that users and libraries pay the access fee, and they have to subscribe to the journals, and author can publish their article without any fee. But right now, nowadays, hybrid journal is also running. Some papers can be published in the open access form, and other are non-open access form. This depends on the author choice. If some authors want to open access, then they have to pay the publication fees. Here I have taken some open access publications. These are the journals related to my area actually. Engineering, Science, Technology and International Journal, Mathematics, Open Access Journal, International Journal of Mathematical Engineering and Management Sciences, Open Access Journal, Conjoint Engineering, again the Open Access Journal. In this journal, author have to pay the charges, and anyone can download or read the papers without any charges. These are some traditional journals or hybrid journals like IEEE Transactions, on System Man or Cybernetic Systems, International Journal of Production Research, International Journal of System Assurance Engineering and Management, Quality and Reliability Engineering International. These are the hybrid journals where one can publish the open access also, or they are publish the non-open access form also. You can search the journals from the publishers website like Springer elsewhere, or Scopus Index Journal List, or Web of Science journals list. There are number of journals where you can find this type of open access or non-open access journal. Now, next one, we have the impact factor. Or this is nowadays becomes a very, very big problem to the researcher also, because many times you have the good paper, but it is, you are unable to publish in SCI journals, Science Citation Indexes, or impact factors journals. So we have to rethink again. Are we depending too heavily on impact factors? Or there is more than one type of impact factor? You have to think about these questions. Impact factor actually generated by the only this Thomson Reuters sisters company. What do you say? This one is Clarivate Analytics impact factor. This is the standard impact factor, and known to all around the globe. Only this is the only impact factor which is calculated by the Clarivate Analytics, and they every year produce the journal citation report called JCR. You can simply check the journals. Is it indexed in Web of Science or not? You have to simply visit to the website mjl.clarivate.com, and here you have to write the name of journal and you can find the journal. So you have to write the keywords of your research area. You can find the Web of Science Index journal. This is very, very simple. mjl.clarivate.com. Here you can you can log in also without any charges. Create your own account and you can log in also here. You can see the list of journals in your research area. So if you have the login and password of this Web of Science, then you can see the this type of list where you can see the impact factor of all journals. There are other many type of impact factor like an alternative impact factors like called SJI impact factor in no space, but these are not the impact factors. They are bogus. They are confusing the researchers. So please avoid such type of impact factors. You have to follow only Clarivate Analytics impact factor. Any other one more example is here, International Innovative Journal impact factor. So this is not the impact factor. They are confusing to the researchers. If the researchers are not aware about this, they will loft their good article to such type of journals. Here I have taken the example of this journal, International Journal of Engineering and Research. I have received the invitation from these journals. If you see the deadlines of this type of journal, manuscript submission date is 15th November, and they can review, they can send the feedback to us within 5 to 7 days. And after 5 to 7 days, they can publish your article up to 25th November. That means after the 10 days of your paper submission, and indexing and book delivering within 7 days. So you have to avoid such type of journals who are using the bogus practice. So impact factor is not enough for a metric. You have to see the journal reputation also in the community is very, very important. For new and less unknown journal, you have to see the editorial board and their reputation in your research community. You have to see the editorial board, who are the editor chief, who are the editorial board member, if they are good researchers. So you have to key site to be remember, author guidelines, author tools. You have to always conference search. You have to always search the call for papers, special issues. You have to always read the journal citation report. Many times they are freely available. You have to always see the Scopus Index journal if you are going to publish in Scopus Index journals, and bookmark the important websites. These some key points to be remembered always for his researcher. So this is my all presentations. This presentation is prepared with the help of senior professor or researchers and my personal experience. This presentation is how to prepare a research article. Now I tell you about the impact factor. What is the impact factor? Madam, my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay. So impact factor is calculated by the, as you know, this Clarivate Analytics, a company of this Web of Science group, or you can say simply Thomson Reuters. So these are all data available on the Web of Science website free of cost. I have taken from there. So they have started the calculating the impact factor from 1955. This 1964 actually. So this is the website history of Web of Science. You can read. But they, how they calculate this impact factor, my purpose is that these are the part of this Web of Science core collection. Chinese citation database, Russian science citation index, KCI Korean general database, SCI ELO citation index, current content research, voices. This is medical science related material, geological and food and science, CABI. This is the specialty hosted collection, then data citation index, Derwent innovation index. So Web of Science is divided into 6 parts. Science citation index, expanded SCI or simply SCI. Then social sciences citation index, SSCI. This was started in 1973. Also art and humanities citation index called AHCI. It was started in 1978. Again, in the year of 2015, Web of Science started the new indexing called Emerging Sources Citation Index, ESCI. And also they have the conference proceeding citation index called CPCI, created in 2008. And 11, they have started the book citation index also. If you have to publish a book, then you can submit it to the Web of Science for their possible indexing. So here you can see the how this Web of Science is working. Every journal which has published the last 2 or 3 years, they can submit their research journal to the Web of Science for possible inclusion. Or from this year, journal is submitted to the Web of Science only by the publisher, not by any particular professor or any particular researcher. So they have the quality criteria, and any newly submitted journal submitted to first ESCI, and they first 2 or 3 years they have to check the quality, and then they they provide the first impact factor called SCI. If your journal lose the quality, then it's they can out from this Web of Science database also. This is the main figure about this, how this Web of Science core collection work. As I told those, this is the ESCI and BKCI and this CPCI, and this is the where you can get the impact factor SCI, SSCI, SHCI. This is the journal selection process, how they select the journal. Every journal have the ISSN number, journal title, journal publisher, URL, content access, presence of peer review policy, content detail. These are the minimum required. Article should be scholarly content, article titles, article abstract in English, and timeless or publication volumes, website, functionality, journal format, presence of ethics statements, editorial affiliation and detail, author affiliation detail. These are the minimum requirement for to submit a journal for Web of Science indexing. I am searching for the impact factor actually. This is again in they have elaborated these point ISSN journal titles or all these things. Where is the impact factor? Let me check the another PDF file, no problem. So if someone have the questions, they can ask the questions also. This is a list of this Scopus Index journals. This can be downloaded from the Scopus website. Let me share this close. This is the list of Scopus Index journal up to the September 2021. They have accepted some more articles, the more journals in their database. You can see here, source by Scopus. I am missing the general impact factor actually. Yeah, I have got it. So how to calculate the general impact factor? So general impact factor can be calculated by the 3-year calculated window. Here we have given the example by this 2015, 16 and 17. So what is the general impact factor? General impact factor is a general level metric, and it is the average number of times a journal article, especially those published in last 2 years. So here we have taken the example of impact factor of 2017. So journal impact factor is calculated by journal selected in the index in the Web of Science, SCI Science Citation Index or Social Science Citation Index. And as I told earlier, journal impact factor are published annually in the Journal Citation Report JCR every year. So here we are going to calculate the journal impact factor of the year 2017. So here we have taken this A is the journal's total citation in 2017. It is the total citation of any journal in 2017, and B is the 2017 citations to all items published in the year 2015 and 16. That means B is the subset of A. I think you got to my point. A is the journal's total citation in 2017, and B is the 2000 citations to all items published in 15 and 16. That means B is a subset of A. Then again C is the number of citable items journals published in 2015 and 16. Then the impact factor of year 2017 is B upon C. Here a general impact factor is 1 means that the on and average article published by 1 or 2 years ago were cited one time in 2017. This is the meaning of this. Simply, if you see, this is the formula for impact factor. B is the numerator and C is the denominator. That means 2017 citations to all items published in the previous 2 years. That means 2016 and 2015. And denominator is the number of citable items published during the previous 2 years. That means in 15 and 16. Here again, this is the 2017 impact factor is shown by this graphical representation. You can see we are checking the impact factor of year 2017, and then we have to go with the articles of 15 and 16. And the impact factor 2017 will be calculated in the year of 2018 in the month of June, July, or August. So simply again you can see the formula. 2017 general impact factor equals to 2017 citation to all items published in 15 and 16 and upon total citable item published in 2015 and 16. This is the impact factor of that particular journal. I hope everyone have understand this formula. These are some common queries. What are the numerator? Numerator means this is the Science Citation Index, we have already discussed. Social Science Citation Index, SSCI. Art and Humanity, JCSCI, Emerging Source Citation, ESCI, and Conference Proceeding Citation Index and Book Citation Index, BKCI. These are the numerator, and they have note included in the citation of this biases or geological record. Citable items is that original research articles, review articles, proceeding of papers, technical notes, supplements, full articles. Non-counted, these are not the citable account. Editorial, discussions, preface, meeting of stack, book reviews, news items, or letter of commentaries, unless they function as an article, such as letter in nature. Okay, so they are the known citable documents, and citable documents are the research papers, proceedings, all those things. This document is easily available on the Web of Science website. So these are minor thing, more things about that. If a journal has changed their title after 2 or 3 years or during the publications, then how they will calculate this JCR or Journal Impact Factor. This is JCR, journal suppression also is there. If any journal is using unethical practice or publishing and or in citations, so they have stopped the that journal impact factor and hold for 2 to 3 years to check their practice again. You can go with this file, then you can get more information. Let me show the previous year impact factor. Here you can see I have the list of this journal impact factor of this 2019. This you can get this list from the Web of Science, and total sites is 32,410, and journal impact factor is 223. This is CA. Then Nature Reviews material is impact factor is 74.449. Its total citation is 7901. So many other parameters are there, eigenfactor score like that. So you can calculate. So thank you again, and thank you very much, Madam Radha and Madam Geeta. This is all about from my side. If someone have the question, they can ask to me. Madam.
Sir, there are a few questions in chat box, sir. They're asking what are the difference between SCI and SCIE journals?
No, this is actually very nowadays become very common question. SCI and SCI, there is no difference. Web of Science is already told about that. Before this clarification, they have given that SCI journal is they have running in the printing form also, and SCI is going to online also. But due to this question is arise very frequently, so they have I think last year they have told that, Web of Science told that there is no difference between SCI and SCI. Minor difference between this printing or non-printing material, only these things. Both have the impact factor, both are the good quality publications.
Is there any way in which we can Sir, is there any way where we can find the list of all these Scopus Index journals and Web of Science journal? Is there any link which can be shared, or where we can go to
Madam,
see
let me show you. No problem.
Yeah.
Let me show you this Scopus. Mm. Yeah, everyone can download the. Let me go this. I am going to through my website. This is Scopus database. And this is Scopus website, and this is content coverage. In the content coverage, you can get the here below this. These are the madam list. Download
Okay.
source file.
Okay.
Okay, Scopus discontinue list and book citation. Here you can download.
Acha, acha. Okay. But how do we get access to this? Can you share this link with the participants?
Yeah, this is free of cost actually.
Okay.
Let me share in the this chat box.
Okay.
No problem. This is the list, and
This is for Scopus. Then
also I will show you this MJL.
Web of Science.
You can see here the Web of Science Journal also. This is also free of cost.
Okay.
This is there is nothing to charge.
Okay.
This is Clarivate Analytics.
Okay.
And this Web of Science core collection files, as I have shown here in my presentation, one
Acha.
can download from this Clarivate Analytics, but you have to search them. This give the login. After this, I am login here. This is free of cost login. There is no
Acha.
charge.
Okay.
Let me, if I can here sign in. So here, yeah, I am here. If I am writing here reliability,
Okay.
that is reliability. So sir, you can get the journals who are indexed in Web of Science
Okay.
and in the area of reliability.
Hmm.
I think it is working. Yeah, it is working. So here this journal of this maintenance and reliability, IEEE transaction, and
Okay.
you can see the this.
For this, we need to sign up, is it?
Yeah, ma'am. This is free of cost.
Okay.
You can check this all the details of this journal where it is published. This is core collection SCI or essential science indicators. There are many type of parameters, but we are focusing only SCI or SCI. SCI or SCI is no difference between them. It is very little bit printing or this non-printing point only.
Okay.
And I have told about this Scopus content. You can download free of cost. And we have shown also you can if anyone want to publish their this what you call book or book chapter, I am sharing my link also. This are called for book proposals. You
Okay.
can share with me
Okay.
if anyone want to their own book.
Okay.
Where I am working as a series editors.
Okay. Okay.
Is it not working? Copy and this copy is not working actually.
Okay. Fine. No problem, sir. You can just send me later on. I can share it with the participants. Not an issue.
जी मैम.
Yeah. Thank you. That's actually very important for us because this topic itself, I feel, is quite important because many times we face this problem. With one name itself, if you search on the internet, you will see many journals with the same name. So to identify which one is the genuine one and which one is the fake or pirated one, we actually struggle how to check that. So I think this links can help us in understanding.
You can go with this, what do you call this, UGC, UGC care list also. And you directly go this Scopus Index Journal. You can go directly with the Web of Science.
Okay. Okay.
You just enter the name of that journal, but
Okay.
always aware the policies, and you have to see the actual board of that journal. The
Okay.
journal's website is looking very attractive, but they are publishing the bogus type of things.
Correct. That's where we face the problem actually.
We have to aware that because you are written a good paper or researcher have written a good paper and they have published in a bogus journal, then this becomes bogus.
Yes, true.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you very much again for inviting me.
Thank
This is a
you.
very,
Thank
very,
you, sir. Thank you for such a
Yeah.
knowledgeable session, I should say, because this is one of the issues which I feel most of the research scholars and faculty who are pursuing their research, even post research, when they want to publish the papers, they face this as a challenge. So I think that the talk was really good, sir. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your valuable time on such a short notice. Really, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So can I ask Sharmila to propose the vote of thanks? Can we conclude the session, Sharmila?
Yes, ma'am. So that was an exemplary talk, sir, about ethics, publication opportunities, and paper writing. I'm sure participants would have been enlightened with your talk, sir. On behalf of our participants, management, I would like to thank you for giving your valuable thoughts and time for this event. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, madam. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you.
If I have someone question, they have some any question, they can drop an email to me. I have share my email ID also.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you
Sure,
very much,
sir.
madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir. Session is very interactive and interesting, sir. Thank you so much.
Informative, more informative. Thank you.
You're welcome, madam.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Dear participants, we will have a break for 5 minutes and the next session will start at 11:35. Please join for the next session at 11:35. Kokila ma'am?
Yes, I'm there.
Ma'am, can we just see a trial, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Good morning, Radha ma'am.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kokila. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. We just finished our previous session and we have given them 5 minutes break. So
Yeah,
we
I
thought
was there,
meanwhile
I was there.
we will just check with you if you can see
Sure,
the sharing of its screen and other things.
Sure, ma'am. Is the rights are given to me? I can share it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, it's given.
Okay. So I'll just 1 second. So I think it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right? PPT is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine.
Maybe after 4
4 or 5 minutes. Yes, ma'am. No issues. No issues.